Okay. Perfect. But I'll be lurking for the most part and pop in from time to time. Yes, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Throw in them emotes. Alright. I'm gonna get started with yoga, okay? Friends, since we've been here for 3 minutes now after 5:30, and as said 5:30, I just wanted to get a chance to get some friends here to see if they wanted to. And now that I see that there's some friends watching, please feel free to constructive criticism, but nicely, if you know anything about yoga. But as always, be kind. It is World Kindness Day, so enjoy this free yoga that I am giving you. It is the last day of our 7-day challenge from my fan house, Sun Salutations. We've done 5 rounds a day. I've done more than 5 rounds a day, but chat and the community has done 5 rounds a day if they wanted to join the community. And today's the 7th day, so I'm celebrating by giving everybody free yoga on Twitch. Haha! And Cat is running around here like a crazy cat, okay? So, if she starts running around, you start asking, what's up, Cat? Okay. I'm going to have you stand at the top of your mat. I have blocks. If you don't have blocks, you don't need them, but I'm going to use blocks today just because I have more sensitive wrists, and sometimes it's easier for me to grab the blocks and grip into those than it is the ground, so it gives me more stability. Feel free to use blocks or books if you have them, or just make sure you're gripping into your hands when you go onto the ground. Like gripping into your fingers. And not in your wrist. So keeping the weight out of the wrist. Okay? Okay. Anyways, stand with your feet either together or hip width apart. Lengthen your tailbone down. Micro bend in your knees. Bring your shoulder blades down the back body. Your palms will face forward. Press your head into an imaginary wall so you're standing up in a nice straight line. Cat, don't you jump on there. Hey! So you're standing in a nice tall line. Cat, why you gotta be psycho right now? I didn't even put it on emote only mode, so don't say anything I wouldn't say. Okay? Anyways. Take a few deep breaths here, standing in your tall mountain pose. Gaze forward or down at the ground. Just gaze at a non-moving object. On an inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Stretch it back a little bit. And exhale, rain it down. Forward fold. Pressing your hands into the ground. Step back. Put your knees to the ground. Put the tops of your feet on the ground and lower to your chest. Lift up through your chest and then lower back down. Keeping with your breath. On an inhale, lift up to a tabletop position. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the knees and the hips into your downward facing dog. You can walk your dog. Cat's like, get away from me with your dog. And then walk it all the way back up into a forward fold. On an inhale, halfway lift, so you're gonna just put your hands at your shins or your thighs. Have a long, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it all the way back up. Lift your arms up overhead and bring them back down to center. And I'll tell you a little secret. I just skipped a whole part. Not a whole part, just one pose for the first one. So we're gonna do the first one starting actually now, and then we're gonna do 5 rounds of that sun salutation. So, standing at the top of your mat. This is my first time live teaching too, so feel free to laugh with me as I err, and I'm okay with it. Alright. Stand at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Grip through your toes, pressing your heels into the mat. Bend in your knees. Lengthen the tailbone down, tuck the low ribs in. Shoulder blades down the back body, nice open chest. Palms come forward, head presses against an imaginary wall. Breathe in and out. Deeply. Ooh, feels so good. On an inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Slight back bend. Now exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms. Grip through the fingers. Step the feet back. Lower your knees. Plant the tops of the feet on the mat. Lower your chest. Now lifting up through the chest, neck, and spine. Cobra. This is your Cobra pose. Exhale. Bring it back up to tabletop. And then to your downward facing dog. Yep, walk that dog. Walk that dog. And then walk it all the way back up to the front. Forward fold. Another halfway lift. Forward fold. And bring it all the way back up on an inhale. To your tall mountain pose. That's 1 round. Alright, 1 round. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back. Exhale, lower the knees. Bring the chest down. Inhale, over pose. Exhale, tabletop into your downward facing dog. Your knees should probably be bent for your downward facing dog. If you don't do a bunch of yoga and you're not that flexible, you could have your knees bent as much as you need. Your feet can be off, your heels can be off the ground here. Breathing into it, keeping your hips up high. Walk it back up. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll your spine all the way back up into your mountain pose. You can wiggle it out, dance it out in the middle if you want to. And then come back to your tall spine with your low ribs tucked in, tailbone lengthened down, shoulder blades down the back body, standing up nice and straight. It's probably going to feel weird because we're always hunched over like this, but stand up. Stand up tall. Alright, inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and step it back. Exhale, lower the knees, step the palms. Plant the tops of the feet on the ground. With exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up into a cobra. 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 Exhale, tabletop, into your downward facing dog. Step it back up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing it all the way back up. Mountain pose. Who's counting? What are we at? 3 or 4? I think we're at 3. This is why we always do like 6 or 7, because I lose track. Anyways, inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palm, step the feet back. I'm going to have you stay here at the plank for a second. Take a couple deep breaths in. If you can. If you can't, exhale, lower the knees. Plant the tops of the feet on the mat. On an exhale, lower your chest down. Inhale, lift up to Cobra. Exhale, bring it back up to tabletop, into your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. D, D, D. Alright, step it back up into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring it around town. All the way back up into your mountain. Hi, Steve. How are you? I'm good. We're doing some yoga here. We're doing 5 rounds of sun salutations. We might be on the 5th round, but I'm going to say we're on the 4th just because, no, I think we just finished the 4th, and now we're on the 5th round. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. I'll slow down a little bit for you guys. Standing at the top of your mat. Keep your feet either together or hip width apart. Lengthen your tailbone down. Tuck your lower ribs in. Shoulder blades down the back body. Nice tall spine. Palms face forward. Pressing your head against an imaginary wall. So nice and aligned with your spine. Lifting your arms on an inhale up overhead. Exhale, rain it down. Hinge your hips back. Bend your knees, rain it down into a forward fold. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the spine into a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back, lower the knees, plant the tops of the feet on the mat. Take a breath here in, and on an exhale, lower it down. So you're on your front body, having your palms at your rib cage, pressing up through your chest and shoulders. Cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Bring it back up to a tabletop. Into your downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths at the downward dog. And then walk it up. Bringing the hands to your shins. Shoulder blades still down the back body. Low ribs tucked in. Nice straight spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up your spine into your mountain pose. Namaste. Yeah, namaste to you too. All right, one more. Last one. Okay? We're going to stand at the top of the mat. Tall spine. Tailbone down. Low ribs in. Breathing in. Just breathe in like you're taking a deep inhale. And then hold your ribs there and exhale. So you're activating that core. Right? Lift your arms up overhead. And then hinge your hips back. And rain it down. Bend in the knees. Forward fold. Right. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Plant the palms on the ground. Grip through the fingers. Step the feet back. Lower the knees. Plant the tops of the feet on the mat. Bringing the palms and hands right below the shoulders, right underneath the shoulders. Lowering it down to your chest. Your hand should be by your rib cage now. Lifting up through your torso, chest, and shoulders. This is your Cobra, yeah. Alright, exhale, bring back to tabletop and downward facing dog. Dog. Then walking it back up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Heck yeah! Phenomenal. Thank you for the biddies.